Hey guys, so I wanted to share this with you. For some reason, today when I woke up, I thought to myself, hey, I wonder if the spectrum bill for the apartment that I live in Hawaii went up, and it didn't. So, originally, years and years ago, I think this was about 4 years ago, we had basic TV. We had basic TV, we had the home phone, we had internet, and I realized we were paying actually more for the internet, that combination, than if we had DVR. I looked online and I saw all these Spectrum deals, and this was back in like 2015, I think, around there. I called them up and I said, "Hey, the rate that we're paying is significantly more expensive than if we just upgraded to DVR. Can we upgrade?" And they said, "Yeah, we can." So we got the promotional rate, and about 1 year later, after the promotion ended, so you see, like for this one, they say TV, internet, phone, 99.97 a month for 12 months when bundled. After that year is up, it significantly goes up. So if I remember correctly, it was sizable enough that I called them up immediately and I told them, "Hey, this is way too freaking expensive." Now, the first representative I spoke to, Clinton, Clinton, move. The first representative that I spoke to, I told them what the situation was, and they said, "Oh, basically, they said they couldn't help me out." And I remember I was surprised because I thought to myself, geez, we're paying so much for this thing. It's not cheap anymore. It's actually really, really pricey. And then I call back later and I had this idea in my head. I said, well, if they're not going to give me a cheaper rate, because I didn't want to pay the rate after the promotion, is it possible if I could somehow sway them into thinking that I'm going to cancel the service completely? So for Spectrum, their competitor in Hawaii is Hawaiian Tel. At the time, they were doing all these ads for Hawaiian Tel, and I called them up. I called up Spectrum, and I said, "Hey, I got this ad in the mail from Hawaiian Tel, and I'm thinking about switching over to Hawaiian Tel because your rates are way too expensive." And almost immediately, that representative gave me that promotional 12 months rate. And they told me, they said, "Yeah, if you want to have the promotional rate next year, make sure you call back. We're gonna something like they're gonna give us a heads up 1 month before they do a rate increase to let us know what the new rate is gonna be. The rate after the promotion ends." And that kind of stuck with me, and I've been doing that for about at least 2 or 3 times or so. I haven't been in Hawaii in April, so I didn't check up on this thing. But I was surprised to see that the rate that we had, I believe, last year is the same rate as it is this year. Yeah, and that was really nice. I don't know if they just did away with that thing or they just got tired of all these, frugal people calling up on the clockwork or thinking about calling in on the clockwork when the 1 month year promotion ends, and, they say, like, "I'm going to cancel my service. I'm going to think about canceling my service." And that causes them to fold. But I wanted to share this tip with you guys. The amount that we were paying for basic TV now, not DVR. I'm talking about the ones without the old school style that you saw back in like 2000s, that kind of TV. Yeah, that basic TV costs more than the DVR per month, which is crazy even when I think about it. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. If you guys feel like you're paying too much for your TV, we don't have TV, we don't have cable over here. I think it's kind of a waste. Most of the time, we're watching YouTube. We're watching videos online. We don't have a need for TV. Even if the TV was free over here, we would not be watching TV, I tell you that. But if anybody has cable TV or DVR, I would highly suggest contact your TV provider and tell them that, hey, I feel like I'm paying too much. I looked at so and so competitor's name, and their rates are cheaper than what I'm paying here. I'm thinking about switching over. Can you guys do better, or can you guys work with me so I can pay less, and see what they say. It's free to ask. If you get declined once, I suggest call again later on. I remember the first time I called was kind of late at night. I think it was about 7 or 9 p.m. The person who initially declined, even though he knew we were a customer for over 10 years, it's just like he could give two, rats butts less. And if you have the door closed on you, just try again. It's free to call, it's free to negotiate, and always be respectful. So even when I got declined, I wasn't cursing the guy out. I was just like, oh, okay. And then I call back later. Yeah. Yeah, it's a 12-month promotion. And I don't know exactly what the rate increase is after this. I tried to type in like a bunch of addresses in here, but they couldn't give me the rate for whatever reason. I looked online. I tried to find open houses, the houses for the address for open houses. I tried to input that in. It didn't show me what the rate is, and I wish I could share with you guys what the rate is for one of these deals after the 12-month promotion is over, but I couldn't find it. I just know it was significantly more. And it's very, very important to negotiate, even on small things like this. For me, I don't like having subscription bundles because I have a gym membership to Planet Fitness. It's like $10 a month, and it seems really cheap. But the way they get me is that every year, I think in like February or March, I had to pay like $120 or $140 yearly fee, which is crazy. I think I've been to Planet Fitness about 5 times in the last 2 years, and that's how they made so much money off of me signing up for Planet Fitness. I really have to cancel that membership because I'm not even going to I'm not going to Planet Fitness at all. I'm working out at the store, as you guys know. It's been very eye-opening though. You sign up, you have good intentions, and then next thing you know, 1 year passes and whoops. Yeah, it's a money pit. But I wanted to share that with you guys. If you guys have any subscription plans, gym membership, TV thing, ask yourself, do you really need it? Or see if you can negotiate to have a lower cost. That is possible. This is, this is, if you look up here, this is the price for Manhattan. So 10001 is the store, the West 41 address, that zip code. But this is in line with Hawaii. So the Hawaii one that we're paying for DVR, what was it? DVR, phone, the package. I think that's just that many channel package thing. Just the standard one. And internet is about $130 a month, I think. And that's including, okay, so it's like in the 90s somewhere, but it's including all those stupid broadcasting fees, the sports programming stuff, the taxes, and then after you include all that stuff, it ends up like $130. It's very, very expensive. I hate those broadcasting programming sports fees that they just automatically tack onto that stuff. Yeah, so who uses home phone? Okay, in Hawaii, we have a home phone, and part of it is that a lot of the people in Hawaii, they like keeping their home phone. You're looking at people who everybody is just so used to having a home phone, and they just, yeah. For us, we obviously don't have a home phone. We have 2 cell phones. Lewis has his, I have mine, and that's it. I don't see the need of paying, I think it was like $10 or $15 having a digital home phone or a digital phone. You know what I'm talking about? Like, yeah, that stuff. I don't see the need for having it, but I do think it's important because there are some people who still have a home phone number. And if you want to have like one separate phone for home phone and one separate phone for cell phone, then it makes sense to have that home phone. We've had our home phone for, gosh, like over 20 years. So there's like family, friends who know that phone number, family, friends, family members, just to take away the home phone number. It just doesn't good. Sometimes we have people call that we haven't spoken to in like a number of years. You just lose touch or time goes by, nothing against them at all. But they have the home phone number, and kind of knowing that, hey, if someone is like calling out of the blue, or if they're, they're coming back from, let's say, the mainland to come back to Hawaii for a little bit. And yeah, it's nice to have that home phone number so they can reach out, or we can reach out to them if so. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna end the stream. I will talk to you guys later. I just wanted to share this little thing with you guys. I thought it was a. Some of you guys might be very, very familiar with this. Of course, Erica, I knew that. But for the people who don't know about calling providers, or, to renegotiate, it's very, very important. I think someone is baking downstairs. Do you smell that burning smell? Someone's baking something. Yeah.
Can you look at my bike outside?
Okay, I'll talk to you guys later. See ya.